Congratulations. Congratulations to Offset on his new project. Congratulations to Drake on their new project. Just for the longevity. Now, let's talk about Drake's new project. Let's speak about Drake and what they've been speaking about Drake. Shout out to Tasha in the building. What's up, sis? K-Pop Soul. You guys see I'm a little bit late today, and I'm feeling a little bit under weather today, so you guys got to bear with me, all right? Drake just dropped a project. Now, if you guys don't know, Drake has been getting some mixed reviews about this project. All right. He's been getting some mixed reviews from Joe Budden. Now, you guys know Joe Budden in the JBP podcast. Joe Budden has his ongoing back and forth with Drake. Joe Budden always has things to say about Drake, and this time Drake has responded to Joe Budden. Now, Joe Budden made some interesting remarks about Drake in that new project. First of all, he brought up something that has a lot of relevancy about Drake working with younger artists. Drake is constantly trying to remain relevant. As of recently, we've seen Drake with the painted fingers. We've seen Drake with the hair and the barrettes looking like Yachty. For some reason, Drake is following the younger generation. He's trying to maintain. Drake is trying to keep his relevancy, right? But is that hurting Drake's brand is what Joe Budden's saying. A lot of people are saying that Drake needs to grow up. Keep in mind, Drake is 37 years old. So Drake's new project, he's doing a lot of kid things. Like I said, he's painting his nails. He's wearing barrettes in his hair and he has curls. You know, he's being seen with the younger generation and the younger artists. So a lot of people are skeptical about the new project. He's doing a lot of singing on the new project, right? I've heard a couple bangers on there, but I didn't hear enough bangers. So I don't know how you guys feel about the new Drake project, right? But one thing I can say, I don't like necessarily the evolution of Drake at this point. I feel like Drake is only chasing numbers. Drake is constantly looking for the new thing. That's why he keeps working with the new artists. He's looking for the new sound. Though he's good at that. Drake is good at finding a new sound. But it's kind of hurting his sound because it sounds like it's not evolving. It's looking a bit immature. Drake is 37 years old, still catering to the younger generation. Drake is chasing that chud. He's chasing that chili. I feel like Drake is doing a lot of things just to sell them records because Drake knows that he's on Michael Jackson's heels with them record sales, right? Drake is chasing numbers like as if LeBron is chasing Jordan. And it's a great conversation because see, in any sport or any art form, when you start chasing numbers, you basically compromise the integrity of your art. And right now, Drake is compromising the integrity of his art because he's chasing numbers. Drake is trying to be in different genres. There's multiple different genres that he targeted with this new project, okay? So when I hear Drake's new project, I'm not that enthusiastic about it. And you guys know I'm a big Drake fan. I feel like Drake was the only one that could be Jay-Z's successor. I feel like Drake is the only person that could be Jay-Z's successor. But as of lately, he hasn't been meeting certain standards. Now, we all know that Drake, lyrically, he's always up to par lyrically. But when you talk about bodies of work and what Drake is putting out, Drake, he's not keeping up with the evolution of somebody in his position. Drake is supposed to be the next Jay-Z, like Wayne would be the next Jay-Z. So you're supposed to constantly ascend. You're supposed to go up in trajectory up. You're supposed to evolve as an artist, and Drake is not evolving. Drake is basically using the same formula constantly. So I'm not a big fan of Drake's new project. I don't know how many people are big fans of Drake's new project, but nonetheless, he's getting mixed reviews. All right. I see some bad reviews about Drake's project, but we'll see. But this is the funny thing. Listen, shots have been fired. Definitely shots fired. Now, Drake has been responding to people about this project, and this leads me to believe that Drake has an indication that his shit is not on point, that project he just put out. Because Drake usually doesn't defend himself about his projects to that degree. Usually he'll say something and he'll put a subliminal in a future song, right? So we know how Drake addresses his issues, right? Drake makes a song, and he's the king of subliminal. So he'll say something subliminal inside of a song, and then we all get it, right? But this time around, Drake is answering back immediately to critics. So if Drake is answering those critics so quick, the way he's been doing it, because he answered Joe Budden, you know what I mean? And he answered to the Breakfast Club, because there's this girl that was on the Breakfast Club giving a critique of Drake. You guys get a chance, check out the girl that was on the Breakfast Club giving her critique of Drake's new project and how she was disappointed with Drake's new project. But she made a lot of key points, the same way Joe Budden did. The funny thing about the funny thing about this time around with people judging Drake's project, they're bringing up some valid points. And I think that's the reason why Aubrey is answering back so fast. Drake is answering back so fast because he knows these points are actually valid about his project. You know what I mean? I'm going to look at the project a little bit more. I'm gonna listen to Drake's project a little bit more. I'm going to give it a chance because Drake deserves that. He's a great artist. So we definitely going to give the project a chance. But nonetheless, Drake is receiving bad reviews on the new project, man. You know what I mean? And he dropped a 25, I think like 23 to 25 tracks on the project, which is a lot. It's something new, because we're going to speak about a segue to Offset. Offset dropped like 23 songs on his project too. So both of them are dropping a lot of music on their projects. And I think that's the new thing that they're doing for streaming music. So it's not necessarily making a cohesive project, but I guess putting a lot of music on streaming sites, right? And running the numbers up. So it looks like it's about a numbers game. I'm just trying to figure it out because music is consumed differently now. So the way we judge projects, we have to judge it differently. People are not so much, it's not so much about the albums with the little 12 albums, making an album that's about a theme. People are dropping albums with a lot of tracks on them. Now, let's just go ahead and go, while we're here, let's go to Offset. Now,